might have to bring the mic over to you so that you just have to talk a little loud.
You can turn the mic up this way. Turn it up the other way. Did you tell people you were on here?
No, I don't. And I didn't. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. They don't know. Whoever knows is going to be on here. They either don't know or they're not going to know. And I want to go to live, so I don't want to be on here too long unless they're giving me some super chats. All this free game I be giving out. What's today? Sunday? I don't. Is it anybody on there yet? Y'all better come on and ask some questions while you got me.
You want the question?
Yeah.
What's the key to marketing your personal brand online?
There's no one key. It's many different keys that work in unison, you know. So you should tap into my program or at least book a call. Because if you saw my rise on social media in the record time that I did it, I know some things and I've streamlined that process and I've taught other dudes to do the same. It's a lot of tricks and twists that you can implement, but it's no one thing. It's going to be a multitude of things. But it's worth it though. Nobody's on right now. Nobody's on it right now. Yeah. All right, just give me a topic. Maybe I'll just go on a random topic. Let me see what topics I got in my phone. Yeah, ask it.
Okay, Goldie, I've been dogging women my whole life, and for the first time ever, I'm dealing with one and only one while I run this bag up. Why is it that I feel like she may be holding me back?
When you say dogging women, what does that mean? What does that mean? Just because you have multiple women doesn't mean you're dogging women. And you feel like she's holding you back. Well, if you feel like she's holding you back, then she probably is. She probably is. I mean, really think about it. What is a woman going to bring to the table? Really think about it. For you, soft, super soft, needing coddling and emotional support ass dudes, I guess that brings value to your life. But for a real man's man, right? For a real man's man who doesn't have mommy issues and is sufficient emotionally, what is a woman really bringing to the table if she ain't breaking the bank for you, if she ain't really supporting in your business, if she's not really, running laps for you and really helping you move forward in every area? What is a woman really doing for you? Probably holding you back. Listen, unless she's pushing you forward, she's holding you back. Holding me down is holding me back. You're like, oh, well, a woman just need to hold me down. No, that's not enough. You just turned off my screen. Where's your phone at?
Oh, this.
See, there's no in between in the universe, man. Either you could put a pin in where she's helping you or she's hurting you because she's taking time, energy away. The time and energy that you're going here and going there, going to dinner, going to this, doing that, right? Okay, where is she contributing that you can say, oh, well, she does this and this makes it easier for me to make money. She does this and this makes it easier for me to go to the gym. She does this and it makes me easier to hit my macros, easier to get my mind right, easier to whatever the case is in your life. If you can't put a pin in it, she's holding you back, definitely. For nothing more than, women will be that way out. You a little lazy. You didn't want to go to the gym. And your woman, so you went and hung out with her instead. You didn't want to work on that thing that you needed to work on. So you called her and talked on the phone with her for an hour. You didn't want to really lock in that night. So you went out somewhere to dinner with her. So a lot of times you're going to use that woman as a way out. So she's really a distraction, because if she wasn't there and you didn't have the option, you'd have just locked in. You just went to the gym. You just sat there and contemplated what you needed to contemplate. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Y'all better come with some questions. Y'all better come with some questions. It's 12 o'clock. There should be some people on here. I get on YouTube all the time. No, I ain't telling nobody. Oh, okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Read it for me. Read it loud.
I'm 21 and already in my business, making six figures, but I got some vices holding me back. How do I drop them and get to the next level?
You're asking an impossible question. How do you stop the vices? You have to want more for your life more than you want that. It's that simple. If you could snap your fingers and I can tell you something that's going to make you stop the vices, then you would have stopped already. It's not that easy. You have to go through the painstaking character building moment of fighting those vices, right? You can make it a little bit easier by understanding where your life is going to end up when you keep indulging in those vices. You can have the realization and forward project compound interest on those vices and what your life is going to look like, or what your life will never end up being because of those vices, right? But there's nothing I can say that's going to make you stop the vices. Best thing you can do is change your environment, get into an environment with people who don't do any of those vices and make you feel bad about those vices. If you're not around anybody who does drugs and alcohol and parties every night, guess what? It's going to be very hard to do that. Seldom do people, unless you got a hard drug habit, are going out and drinking by themselves and doing drugs by themselves. And but if you're around a bunch of people who are on top of their business and they going to the gym on a regular basis and they talking business ideas on a regular basis, and you're in a community of people, which I have, makes it a lot easier to do. Just forward project, man. Just forward project the most painful scenario if you continue those vices. What would your life look like? And look at yourself in the mirror and say, I ain't never gonna be shit. And then if you got kids, look at your kids and say, and because I'm not shit, you're not gonna be shit, because you're gonna be an example. I'm gonna be the example that you follow. And then go look at your mom and say, I know I should have bought you the big house on the hill and on the lake. No more. I ain't doing this no more. You know why? Because it was so painful. It's not painful enough for you. When it gets that painful, then people change. But you don't have to wait for a situation like that to happen. You can project it in your mind first. Just feel the pain of what you know will happen if you continue. How great do you want to be? Some coaching, do that. Have somebody checking in with you regularly, trying to hold you to something.
You got another question? Want me to read it?
Yeah.
Can you share pivotal moments that solidify your decision to become an entrepreneur? Oh wow, that's a great question.
Is it? I had no pivotal moment like that. There was no pivotal moment where I said I was going to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I worked at Save Mart as a bag boy, and the moment I got there, I hated it. And it was always in my mind, this is just what I'm doing today to survive. But when it was always something else. I worked at Skechers too, and I literally would sit in the aisles on Skechers so they couldn't see me, and be on my phone looking at my vision board, looking at Rolls Royces, looking at houses, visualizing what I wanted, you know? And the moment that there was an opportunity where I was able to make, I think I got $500 or something like that for handed to me, I quit that day, never looked back. But it was never one thing, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I mean, it was a given that I'm not gonna work a job. I never in my life, never in my life did I ever think I was ever gonna work a job. It wasn't even it was never even a thing. Like knew I was never gonna do it. I was only doing it because I was 16, 17 years old and needed some money like that. But it was never in my mind that I was gonna work a job. Never, never. It was always, I don't care what I was doing, legal or illegal, I was going to be an entrepreneur getting my own money. Oh, yes, I am doing God's work. That's why I'm blessed and highly favored. That's why I can't lose, because I am giving to the world. Yeah, you need to get my fitness program. I'll get you get your macros to change your life. Macros will change your life for so many reasons. Change mine. What content creators do I watch? What content creators do I watch? I watch like some studies on like working out and muscle building, like science behind some of those things. I watch, you know, I watch things like documentaries, or like today I was watching something about the supplement industry and how most of the supplements are trash and how they get around these regulations. I watch things that inform me about things. You know, I'm curious about stuff like that. I don't really watch like things that are entertainment to me. Let me see if I got some topics. Okay, so having this conversation, like when I was younger, and the dudes do this all the time, right? So I was asking, why do dudes, when I was coming up, I would have a friend and he'd be like, man, I don't like that nigga, man. I'm gonna fuck his baby moms, right? Or, you know, like dudes be like, oh, that's his enemy. So he's like, man, I'm gonna go fuck his girl or fuck his baby mama, right? And I never got that. If I don't like you, I don't want nothing associated to you. But I know dudes who that's how they feel. They feel like that's, you know, getting one over on the dude by having sex with their ex or by having sex with their girl or their baby mama or something like that. I just never got it. Anybody in the comments, y'all feel that? Don't feel that? I just never got it. Plus, I wouldn't give a damn if somebody did something with my ex or my baby mama. If I'm not with them, it don't make no difference to me. What y'all think about that? Should you stay with a toxic baby mama to be there for the kids, or a woman who has called the feds on you? You must be new to my content. Go watch one of my videos that says, fuck your baby mama. Man, I ain't keeping shit together for the kids. Kids gonna be all right. Shit, I ain't dead, am I? All right then. So then I'm gonna go get my kids on the days I'm supposed to get my kids. Fuck my baby mama, man. Fuck anybody who ain't conducive to the way I want to live, putting mental stress on my mind, on my mental, and giving me bad energy. I love myself too much and I love my kids too much, man. I ain't gonna show my kids a sucker. That's what you want to do. You want to show your kids what a sucker look like, so they grow up to be a sucker. That's why it's a bunch of suckers walking around right now, because they grew up in a household where their dad was trying to keep it together for the family, was getting talked shit to all the time. So they son saw that and grew up and allowed women to talk shit to them. I ain't finna show my son I'm a buster. No, I'm gonna show my son, hey man, when you a man of respect, if you don't get respect, you walk. That's what I'm gonna show him. Keep it together for the family is one of the biggest con programs that they done pushed on society. The fuck? Just ask yourself, how many people do you know who are just great individuals because their parents were together? It don't happen like that. These motherfuckers ain't shit. You got two parents, you don't got two parents. Most motherfuckers ain't shit anyway. There's a difference between your kids growing up to be successful and mentally correct individuals is going to be based on how you parent them, whether you with the woman or not. And if that's not the case, then they ain't gonna be shit regardless. If you're saying the difference in your kid growing up mentally properly is gonna be you being in the household or not, it doesn't even make any sense because you're acting like you can't parent from a distance. You can't parent by getting them on the weekends or getting them half the week or every other week. What are some of the valuable books that change your perspective in life? The first one I really ever read was Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh. But I got a whole host of books that changed my life. But you're gonna have to go on and get my book list for that. Life changing. And everybody who gets my book list, they say the same thing because his books in there ain't necessarily the best sellers, but it's something that you would have never ran across, but it'll change your entire life, your entire being. Right. If he like what I walked away from, he can have it, man. Straight up. Like, man.
What two methods to strong discipline?
What?
Two methods to strong discipline?
I mean, there ain't none, man. You gonna have to put the work in. Like you better than strong discipline is a good system. Because when discipline fail, your systems will keep you up. Right. If you have a system, you know what you're supposed to do every single day. You don't have to think about it. You know, okay, these are the things I need to do, and I need to be doing this many times a week, and you have it notated and you can see it every day. Systems and standards. Hey man, when your disciplines fail, which it will, what's going to hold you up? Your standards. It's some people who have a standard, they got to be ripped. They got that they won't be able to get. Everybody has a standard. They may be able to fluctuate between 5 and 10 pounds at a certain weight. And if they ever get to that weight, they'll do anything it takes to get back down. Right. So you just have to raise your standards. And some people with money, same thing. $10,000 a month. It's like they have a standard. They have to have this certain amount. And if they ever start to get beneath that, they're going to do whatever it takes to get that certain amount. That's going to get you what you want more than just discipline, because your standards, you're never going to breach those. So you just got to get higher standards for whatever you want. Because when you have those high standards, man, you're gonna make sure you meet them. I got certain standards in certain areas. I would never be fat. I couldn't. I would fucking starve myself before I got fat. If I got 10 pounds overweight, 15 pounds overweight, I would starve. I would do anything it took because that's my standard. I don't need discipline to do it. Now I need discipline to get past my standards. But if I wanted to be ripped 24/7, then that would have to become my standard. Then I don't have to worry about discipline. I'm going to do the work because that's my fucking standard. When you have a burning desire, you don't need discipline. When you want it so bad, you don't need discipline. You're going to do whatever it takes because you want it so bad, or you don't want what you have so bad that you'll do anything to get away from it. So I mean, you're trying to have discipline, and that's cool, but you need something stronger than that because that discipline gonna fail. You need some power in that discipline.
Someone said, Mr. Chandler, I'm 24 and a truck driver. I have 10K saved in my bank account, and I want to get my credit right, or should I keep saving and do something else?
I mean,
You need to book a call.
Yeah, you need to book a call with me. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. I mean, right, and I could point you in the direction because there's a lot of people who do credit. I can point you in the direction of somebody legitimate who does credit, who's going to get you right and to make sure you get everything you need. Yeah, if you got 10K, it would be nothing to book a call so you can really get some in-depth information.
Someone said, how do you know if she truly respects you or she just here for the lifestyle?
Don't do nothing for her. It's the only way you're gonna know. Don't go on no trips. I mean, you can go to regular dinners and things of that nature, but just chill. Just be at the house chilling, going to the park, doing regular stuff, and see if she stick around, or does her attention fizzle out, right? When you stop doing it, it might take a minute because she might be thinking, oh, well, we'll do something soon. Or does it fizzle out? Does she start to get, it's very easy. It's very easy to see if a woman is there for you or for the lifestyle. Now, the question is, do you even care? I feel like sometimes, as long as you know that's what it is. So when dudes actually think the woman is there for them, but I think deep down inside, all dudes know. Deep down inside, dudes know. And that's the reason why they push the lifestyle so hard, because they know that that's what's keeping her, not actually them. But at the same time, if you a fly guy and you live a fly life, it's not so much that you're ever gonna know, because it's like, well, I'm not gonna stop my whole life of living a fly guy life to see if you real or not. So it's like, if you want to fuck with me, you're gonna accompany me on the things that I do, and that's the traveling and the dinners and the things of that nature. So it's both ways. So you may not know, but just don't give her too much credit. Hey man, shit, you see she sitting next to you. Hey, maybe I don't know. And that's cool. I ain't never gonna say she loyal. I ain't never gonna say she down. I ain't gonna give her a whole hell of a lot of credit in my mind like she's a super down ass bitch, because we don't know. And that's okay sometimes.
Someone asked, did you talk about that toxic baby mama?
I did.
We need to bring more questions. There's more and more people getting on, but they're not sending any more money. They're not asking questions. Okay, someone said, if you're being threatened with child support or giving your baby mama an allowance, should you do it?
Bitch, fuck you. I'll go put myself on child support if she could even do it. Why you niggas so scared of child support, man? It ain't the boogeyman. It's gonna be the boogeyman if she goes down there before you do. But you think they really just hit niggas over the head? No, go down there, say, I want 50-50 with my child, and I want to put myself on child support for the sport. It ain't gonna be much. I know somebody who just recently did that I encouraged to do it. $50 a week. He's happy as hell, and his baby mama now has no power. She used to say, oh, you can't see him today, or you can't do this, or you can't do that, or give me my son back. He went down there, put himself on child support, put himself down for 50%. Now his baby mama can't say nothing to him about nothing. Take your power back. I ain't doing no ultimatums. I'm not putting the power in a woman's hands, and I'll pay extra not to do it. You're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do with my child that's 50-50 mine. I'm going to go, I'm going to pay my child support, but I'm going to make sure I get at least some percentage of custody as well. And if I can't, for whatever reason, get some percentage of custody, I'll at least pay that child support so the bitch can't tell me nothing. Bitch, fuck you. Don't never let nobody, I don't like people telling me what to do. Hey, my baby mama tried it. My baby mama tried it. And that's why I got my son right now, living in Miami. She live in California. She can't tell me shit now, right? And she could have played it cool. If she'd have just played it cool and was nice, and here you can get it when you want. But when she started trying to wield that power like a tyrant, I said, all right, I'm gonna show you something. And now look where we at. You can't see your son unless I let you see him, right? Power's in my hands. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't asking no questions. I was gonna reveal the mystery woman behind the camera, but y'all can't get me up to the amount. And I'm about to jump off. I think I might go to Club Live. Should I get an apartment or stack to buy a house? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get you a motherfucking apartment. You don't need no goddamn house. What the fuck you need a house for, man? You listen to a bunch of regular motherfuckers who do regular ass shit in life. You should be trying to build a fucking empire. To build an empire, you got to be flexible and fluid, and you can't be flexible and fluid with a fucking house and a fucking mortgage. In a fucking apartment. In 10 months, 12 months from now, if you change where you want to live, you can fucking move to New York, move to Dubai, move to Thailand, move to Miami. Stay flexible and on your feet. I mean, unless you want to live a regular life, hey man, you can do it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I know people who have got a house and work a job and building up that equity, and hey man, in 30 years they'll have fucking whatever the fuck they got. Yeah. And if that's the life you want to live, then I'll go ahead. But I can't relate.
Hey, this is good. Someone said, my girl says she want an open relationship.
My girl says she wants an open relationship. All right, well, I mean, obviously that's what type of relationship y'all got. If she was even comfortable enough to say that to you, it's you already so far in the wrong with whatever's going on that she even thought that was okay to say to you, that you know she probably already in an open relationship. You just don't know about it yet.
Okay, someone said some more money. How do you control your hormones when it's raging like a bull? Okay, what type of hormones? Like guys? hormones?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if that's a man or that's a woman.
And they put the shit.
How do you control your hormones when they're raging like a bull? Maybe he's talking about his sexual impulses for a woman.
More people getting on.
I don't know. You got to clarify that question. What
So
you're
you
actually asking.
see a lot of these bras are bumped when you move with the spirit game. Yeah.
Hey man, because when you're moving with the spirit of the game, man, you it dispels the spell that they have on everybody, from TV to your mom to even maybe your dad to music and all of these things of what a woman, what they've painted this picture for a woman to be. It's like the Wizard of Oz. See, when you get some game, the curtain come up, and this big old scary Wizard of Oz was really just a man sitting on a thing, honking a horn, pulling the strings, and all of that. So when you really see it for what it is, man, that's why I say all the time, "Hey, man, women be like, oh, you're an asshole. Why? Because I'm not fooled by the costume you have on. So I'm an asshole because you can't fool me. I'm an asshole because I'm talking to you based on who you actually are and not this facade that you're putting on. Okay, bet. But yeah, I mean, you really see these women for what they are when you stop putting them on a pedestal just because they got a wet spot between their legs, and you see them what they are. They're human beings with character, which can be flawed. Then most of them be bunk. Eh, I would say so. But
Someone said, how much is it to book a call?
go on my site, goldieratio.com. $200 for 15 minutes. But if you book a half an hour, you'll do it for 300. You book an hour, it's 500. Price going up, so get it now.
Okay, someone that said money said, Mr. Chandler, I know you said saving money is the worst advice, so it's saving 10K a waste of time.
Well, you got to understand what I'm saying. Of course, you have to save some amount of money. That you got to save $5 to buy something for $5, right? What I'm saying is, if you're trying to save all of your money, well, you have to be saving it to do something. So what are you doing with your money? What are you investing that 10K in? And it should be yourself, your positioning in life, your maybe a program, maybe a skill set, maybe a course, maybe a class, something. What I'm saying is saving your money. The point of having money is to use it. Money is a tool. And do you know what inflation is? Just by your money sitting, it will dissipate and its buying power will get less and less and less. So that's why wealthy people don't save money. Of course, they save money, but over a long term, they invest money because you have to invest money just to keep up with inflation. So what I'm saying is, you're saving money for the sake of having money sitting there. No, you save enough money so you can invest in yourself so you could make more money. If you have 10K, so what? You want to be able to invest in yourself and your skills and your network so you can be generating 10K a month. Otherwise, you're forever going to have to do whatever you had to do to just get that 110K. You want to be developing your skills, your business, your systems, your whatever, your knowledge to be able to generate and produce more than just what you're saving. That's what I mean by that.
Someone said, they said some money too. They said, how do you cultivate such confidence to speak the way you do? And did you develop your mindset to be so strong?
Practice. I've been speaking now for about 2 years now. So you get better with practice. And I was very intentional about it. Plus, I did Toastmasters. Plus, I read a lot, which gives me a lot of knowledge. And like I said, when you do something over and over and over, you get more confident at it. Like this shit don't happen by happenstance. Like nobody is just. Very few people in life are just talented in certain areas, and even the ones who are talented is going to be the people who work the hardest on it that are going to get better at it. But nobody's willing to put the work in for it because they don't really see the value in being able to speak well. I always saw the value in speaking well. I always admired the guys in the game who were the polished suit wearing players who were very articulate, used had a large vocabulary. I always admired that even at a young age. So, it was always a focal point. And then I didn't speak well at all. I wasn't that confident at all. So therefore, what did I do? Because I always understood for a young age that all you have to do is work on something enough and you can get the best at it. It's a story in what?
They said that didn't mean your actual speaking, they mean your level of confidence.
Well, my confidence comes from speaking well.
Okay.
You're confident because you know I know what I'm gonna say. I know what I'm thinking about. I know my delivery is gonna be well. It's gonna be very hard to be confident if you can't speak well. Do you feel like you can be confident in any interaction with anybody if you don't believe you can speak well? So therefore, my confidence comes because I speak well because I've worked on my speaking.
So I said, how do you lead a woman in a relationship with her who's taking control?
I am trying to control you, baby. That's it. Get it straight. I need control. I need to control my environments because if I control the inputs, I can control the outputs. If I can't control the inputs, I can't guarantee the outputs. So why would you want to follow me? Why would you want to follow me if I can't guarantee the outcome? And I can't guarantee the outcome if I can't guarantee the inputs. And the only way I can guarantee the inputs if I can control the inputs. Some game for you. Tell that to her. See what she say.
Okay, so it says, should I stay with my woman still talking
Nope.
about had a baby on the 16th? Or they just had a baby on the 16th?
I don't know what a baby got to do with you staying with a woman. If I listen, everybody that I know who stayed with their baby mother to try to make it work when they weren't on good terms or it wasn't a good thing or whatever. Everybody that I know who tried to make it work with their baby mother ended up not being with them anyway. And all they did was waste years and made a whole lot of drama because it's a lot of drama when you in a relationship. And then it just makes it even worse when y'all finally break up. So you're just going to waste time. And time is life. And you don't know how much time you got left. And a lot of dudes, I see it. They're going to stay fucking with their punk ass baby mama for the next 2-3 years on and off and drama ups and downs to eventually not be with them anyway. And all they did was smoke their best years. So you ask yourself if you want to do that.
Someone else said, I cheated on her a few times. Now she don't trust me. But the disrespect of asking to be in an open relationship is crazy. He's just book a call.
Yeah, you need a book call, man. Yeah, you ain't even putting in no money in the super stats asking all them questions, man. You know, shit. Listen, she probably just said that to you because she's pissed off and she want to piss you off. You've been cheating on her. You've been cheating on her. So she said, I just want to be in a relationship. So she's really just mad and she want to piss you off by saying that shit to you. And it got to you, so it worked. Look, she winning. I told her, all right, bet, it's cool. I played it off like that. Oh, bitch ain't gonna work me up. She ain't gonna give me riled up. Oh, you want an open relationship? Sounds good to me. Bet.
What are you gonna do? You're leaving?
Right.
All right. Someone said they said $2, $3 euro, I think. What do you think of the sinful defeat?
He had a large following on Instagram. I mean on YouTube, man. I think his channel is still people still watch his stuff. A great speaker. Like a was it like a pastor. He was a great speaker. Hey man, it's very important to develop your speaking because when you can speak well, you can influence a generation of people. And he influenced a lot of people because he could speak very well.
Someone else said, how do I get chosen on mouth club?
Get my Get Chose with My Mouth Closed guide, goldieratio.com. Get my Get Chose with Your Mouth Closed guide. That's probably some of the best game I've ever given out. And it's a snippet of it on my YouTube. It's a snippet of the course on my YouTube. It's like a 15-minute video, snippet of the Get Chose with Your Mouth Closed guide.
Someone said, when are they gonna get a gorgeous straight and Goldie collaboration?
When he was out here doing the conference, we were gonna sit down, but it didn't end up happening because he was so busy and I was so busy in and out the country at the time. But we'll definitely do another one.
Great. Robert keeps asking these questions. He needs to book a call. He said, I've been in a relationship 24 years. All she do is nag. What should I do? He's the same one asking about the
Yeah, man, because you ain't even putting in no super chat. So I'm not even answering your questions no more unless you want to pay for it.
I'm Nigerian, so I'm trying to move back there and turn up there rather than America.
I've never been to Nigeria, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like it's always great if you live in America and you got all the benefits and the resources that come from America, and you can go to another country with it, you're gonna win. Plus, the swag, just being an American is just better if you ask me. So if you take the swag and the style and the things that in the culture from America and go anywhere with it, you're gonna be a superstar. So I feel, I mean, well, that's how people treat me everywhere I go out of the country. All right, it's almost up. So if we don't get to that super chat, I guess you ain't jumping on with me today. Y'all wanted to see the mystery woman behind the camera jump on and do the podcast with me tonight? I guess not. Define it. What does leniency mean? What are you asking me to compromise on? What are you asking me to compromise on? See, that's why people need better questions. And this is why people fuck themselves in life, because you ask them same vague ass questions to yourself. Therefore, you're going to have garbage in, garbage out. The standard computer language. Garbage in, garbage out. It means if you put trash in, you're going to get trash out. You ask a trash question, you're going to get a trash answer and have a trash life. You have to be very particular of what you even ask yourself. Because a lot of people confuse themselves because they ask them vague questions and they're guessing on a vague answer. What leniency mean? What exactly is the broad asking me to compromise on that I'm thinking about because I see value in her?
She loves, no, been with this girl for 4 years. She loves my dirty dolls, so I don't think I'm ready for that.
One of these cameras went out. That one. It don't matter because nobody's in that seat. But turned it off though. So see, that one's overheating now too. I said turn it off. Man, listen, ain't nobody gonna pressure me into nothing unless I see value in it. Hey, if she wants to get married, because I get it, she sees the value in it, the social value from everybody that she was chosen, and the financial value that, if we break up, she is financially secure. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the value that she gets out of it. Where's the value that I get? I'm already with you, right? Where is the value that I get? You're getting value. You're getting financial security. You're getting a social value. I'm not doing anything if I'm not getting value from it. You can get value. That's fine. But I need to see the value in it myself. And if I don't see me getting the same value that you're getting, I'm not doing it. And if you want to do it, then you're trying to get over. And I'm not fucking with nobody who want to get over. So go get the next sucker who you can get over on. All right, I'm gonna give him like a couple more minutes, and I'm jumping off. How much? How many? I know we ain't got close to enough super chats. 25, 30, 35, 40, $40. I said I need at least a honey bun, a hundun, a hundo to get to bring her on and do the podcast with me in person. Y'all could ask her questions, but I guess y'all ain't really tripping. Why do you think most men chase after the women that don't like them? Because they've been trained to do it, programming subconsciously. I mean, Pepe Le Pew, remember the skunk in the remember Pepe Le Pew, the skunk and the what's it called it? Remember the entire show? He was chasing her and she was running. If you watch all of these movies coming up, just you pick any movie you want to. The man is chasing a woman. They've trained you subconsciously to feel like that's how it's supposed to go. You know, you ain't never heard this information before. You know. Now we could take it deeper than that. Why do they want that to happen? Because women are easily controllable. So all we got to do is control the women. We control the women, get the men to chase the women. We'll get these men not to chase their purpose, not to chase their strength. And we don't want a bunch of strong men who are innately conquerors to try to get together and become something. If I had a society, I wouldn't want a bunch of strong men on their purpose. No, have these dudes chase these women, and then we're gonna program these women with Disney movies and all this other bullshit to want a bunch of frivolous nothing. So all of these dudes are gonna spend all their time, energy, and resources one way or another to get these women, rather than building empires for themselves that would rival the empires that govern the world now. Maybe it ain't that deep.
Would you marry Oprah?
Yes.
Someone else sent $10. They didn't send a question on. They said in industry that goes on Chandler said, "How do you?"
Yeah, really think about just nightclubs. The entire industry of a nightclub is built on the chase. Dudes are going out spending thousands, tens of thousands of dollars every single night, spending $80 for a bottle, or I'm saying $80 for a bottle, spending $1,500 for a bottle that costs $80, spending $45 for a shot that costs $1, if even that, all in the pursuit of women. If men had this understanding, the power structure of the world would break down. The economy would break down in so many ways. If men started all, I like who like me, choose who choose me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the most important thing. Industries would crumble, stock market would plummet, recession. They don't understand. Men are slaves to the world, and most of what a man is slaving away for, indirectly, they're getting these things for women. If men wasn't out here chasing women, would they really give a fuck where they living like that? What kind of car they had, what kind of shoes they had, what kind of clothes they had? Entire industries would crumble if this ideology were to, become mainstream.
At what point in your life did you stop trying to build women and started to only focus on finding women that are already coming ready?
Not 10 years ago, but maybe 5, 6 years ago, and because I had the concept, but I still was doing it in a way. But when I had the realization, my uncle told me, "Hey man, tying ducks and teach them to fly. You find eagles, teach them from fly in formation." And I finally had the realization, and I started to do that, and I saw how much farther I was getting. I was like, "Oh my god, I've been wasting my fucking time. I've been wasting my fucking time and giving myself a problem trying to build these women up, trying to teach these women." And I finally got one that was already on a level. To the fucking moon we went. And then I just had so much value in myself. I realized that a man of true value isn't going to the gutter looking for treasure. You go to the gutter, you're going to get dirt on you. You know what I'm saying? So recognizing my own value too, because you'll go to the gutter and build a woman up because you don't really recognize your value, which means you don't realize the value of your time and your energy. The time and the energy that I'm going and searching for these women, building these women up. What if I put that same time, energy into myself? Why build the bitch when I can build myself? The bitch could run off. The bitch could fag off. The bitch could go, be here today and gone tomorrow. I put that time and energy into myself, building myself up. I ain't never gonna run off on myself. I ain't never gonna fag off on myself. I'm never gonna, you know. So that's always a worthwhile more investment. And then the more I build myself up, the more I'm able to catch higher level women.
Okay, Mr. Chandler keeps asking all these questions. I think he just did some money, but he needs to book a call. He says buying a Dodge Charger that costs $79,000 enough for a 10K down payment.
Man, listen, see, I will give you some game that'll change your life. Because I'll tell you what car you should buy. Right? Most of y'all don't know how to shop. I know how to shop. I knew how to spend my money. I still do to get the most bang for my buck. When you really break down why you're doing everything that you're doing, you need to do it at the highest level. Understand anything you're doing, be real about it. Most people ain't real about what they're doing. That's why they can't do it well. They deceive themselves and believe in, oh, I dress like this for myself. I don't really care. I bought this car for myself. I don't really. No, you didn't. You bought it for everybody else. So just admit that. Then when you're actually picking these things out, you can do it the most effective because it's a certain response you want to get from people by what you're putting on. But when you can be real with yourself about that's why you're doing it, you'll actually buy the right thing because you'll actually be thinking it from that lens. And then when you do it, it'll be as effective as you want it to be. So I would say get a call with me because I'll probably tell you the right car to buy. It's not a Dodge Challenger.
Someone else said, his name is Get To It. He needs to book a call with you. He's asking who's hiring, who needs a job, blah, blah. He got kicked out the house, no job, no money. He needs to spend what he has and book a call.
Right.
Okay, then someone else said, what are your goals? What are some of your current goals?
It's 12:44. We gonna go to live or not? I don't know. Is it even worth going? I'm getting a little tired now. Yeah, we should probably go. All right, I'm gonna get. Listen, do somebody want her to come do a podcast? Where we at? Where we at right now? Where we at? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70. We at 70. Can somebody drop $30 and she'll come get on this podcast right now? Y'all can ask her all the questions you want to ask her. Come do a little walkthrough real quick. Dave, appreciate you. Dave D, appreciate you. Yep, come through, say hi, and then say, get to it. You sound like a hater. Goldie making good money off you dudes. No, they getting good game off of me is what they getting, and they getting it for cheap. They actually getting over. I'm doing a motherfucking service up here.
Just walk over here.
Huh?
Just walk over here.
Yes. Come in. Say hello.
Hello.
All right, now leave.
Now leave.
All right, y'all wanna if y'all wanna ask her some questions, send $30. If not, I'm about to jump off. While building yourself as a man, should you avoid women completely and focus or still deal with them to sharpen your game and not fold when a test comes? Or wait until you make it? Listen, I would say this, man. I would say this, right? I would focus on coming up. I would focus on coming up. The women gonna be there, and you're gonna be in a better position to have things going your way when you build yourself up to the level that you supposed to be. You ain't gonna have to do too much talking, proving, game. Man, and what's more important, man? These bras, come on, man. They come and go. They come and go. Like, there's always going to be women. Shit, you could be 40 years old, man. You could catch a young 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old. So what you rushing to get these women that ain't going to treat you like shit anyway, who ain't doing shit, ain't contributing shit anyway, when you could just focus all your time and energy on yourself for a couple years and really be that man and then have your pick. Have your pick of the litter. Do you think trucking is good? I should be doing. Hey, man, I know a lot of people doing trucking. There's good money in trucking. Whatever you could do where you can get some good money while you trying to do some other shit. Do you recommend a young man go to college or get a trade? Man, I would say go get you a trade. I would say, man, go read and get a bunch of sales courses and get in a sales job where the sky's the limit. Become really good at sales, become really good at speaking, because that's the foundation to so much. And it's a skill that translates to any and everything in life. But I don't know your situation, man. Depends what you want in life. College, you make a lot of connections and You have to take certain electives of things that you may have never knew that you was interested in, and you might find a hobby or something. I say this all the time, man. Steve Jobs had to take an elective in college, and it was a calligraphy class. And to this day, the reason Apple is so particular about the beautiful letters and things of that nature is because of that random class he had to take. So you never know. College could be an experience where you can learn something that you weren't necessarily would have been exposed to otherwise. But for the most part, all right, $30 in the next couple minutes, or I'm jumping off and she ain't coming back on. Love and self-esteem, and everything else falls into place. And without those things, everything else falls apart. Everything else falls apart. You get on drugs, you rely on alcohol, you have friends that are no good for you, you have relationships where people abuse you and you don't leave. Everything terrible in your life stems from the lack of self-love and self-esteem that you have. You're not good enough, so I need to drink. I'm not good enough or confident enough, and I need these people's approval, so let me do these drugs. I'm not confident. I'm not confident enough. I don't have the self-worth, so I let my partner abuse me. I have friends that I know are no good for me, but I don't have the self-esteem and self-love to just be by myself until I find friends who are good for me. Everything negative in most people's lives comes from the lack of self-esteem. The reason most people don't reach their goals is not because they're not capable, because they don't have the self-love or self-esteem to even believe that they're worth it. So if you could teach your kids nothing, it's I love myself. I tell my son all the time. And when he was younger, he would say things like, oh, I love you and that. And I would always say, you make sure you love yourself more. He said, huh? I said, yes. Don't never love nobody on this earth more than you love yourself. Not me, not your mother. Love yourself more than anybody on this earth. Right? If people could really ingrain that into their head, they would have a much better life. Everything else will probably fall into place. When you teach your kids to love themselves first, they'll never let nobody disrespect them. They'll never put themselves in a compromising position. They'll never do things. Listen, subconsciously, hey man, if you drink, if you do drugs, if you eat bad, what is that? That's lack of self-esteem and lack of self-love. How could you do these things if you truly love yourself? You don't. And subconsciously, that's why you're able to do those things. That's what I believe. And if it was a number two to that, what would I say? I would just have him understand the laws of life, like the slight edge. Hey, man, you have to plant a seed, you have to cultivate, you have to water, you have to put sun on it. And then you have to wait, and you have to do that over and over and over for a long period of time before you see any progress. And that is going to be for everything in life. And if you don't understand that, you're going to have a very poor life, like most people who start and stop everything because they don't get the results fast enough because they don't understand how the universe works. Man, you can't. Send him some videos. He got to want to do it, man. Send him videos of mine. Send him other videos of other things. But you're never really going to get somebody to stop doing that, right? It's just like with anything in life, man. You got to be an example, man. If you really are like I don't know, like some people gonna be who they gonna be, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be some suckers, some lanes, and some tricks in life. It is what it is. Can't save them all. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. He don't want to be saved. You know?
What's your advice on how to network with high value individuals? If I'm ready to pay, where should I start?
I mean, you can start at events and things of that nature, but I'll tell you one thing, man. A great way too is to build yourself up. Right? When you're valuable, it's going to be a lot more easy to network. Or when you have a very, very nice car, uh, golf tournaments, car places, expensive car places. But then you want to be bringing value to the table as well. Unless you're just going to straight up pay these people for mentorship, which is a good way to do it. But like having the nice thing. So if you driving a Rolls Royce, they want to talk to you. You want to become valuable in some way, because when you're valuable, you're not just going to meet these people. You're going to be able to meet these people and connect with these people. Otherwise, just pay for mentorship. 25 years old, no job, trying though. I go and give my resume out, apply pressure everywhere. Yeah, man. See, and that's why you need coaching. Because I can guarantee you, if you got with me and you did what I told you to do, you'd have a job within a week. Most people aren't doing as much work as they think that they're really doing, or they're not doing the work that's necessary to get the desired result because they weren't taught that. All right, we about to jump off. Y'all got 5 minutes, less than that. Y'all don't put $30 up. She's not getting on.
Is that in your opinion? What's the biggest separator? I don't know what they mean.
The biggest difference between a winner and a loser is the loser wants to win. The loser would like to win. The winner is going to play until he either wins or dies. The loser still has a backup plan in the back of their mind. The loser would like to win. The winner is win or die trying. I'll never be regular. I'll never sit down. I'm going to figure it out, or I'm going to expire on this earth in the process of it. But winner don't have a way out. They've decided what they wanted. They've committed to it. That's actually a principle in Think and Grow Rich. When you make that definite decision, this is what I'm doing. Period. This is what I want. Period. And I will accept no less, and I'll do whatever it takes. That's the difference. You can't stop somebody who feels like that. You can stop the person who kind of is invested. There's going to be too many ways out for them. Too many distractions. Too many things that
Would your knowledge or skills translate in a different field? Yes.
Oh, you answering questions for me now? Are there any advices that's where did they say that?
At the bottom.
With your knowledge and skill. I mean, all knowledge and skills translate everywhere. Knowledge and skills I had doing other things translate here. Everything translates. Everything translates. Shoot, going to the gym on a regular basis translates into success in other areas when you could be disciplined and consistent, doing something hard every single day, waiting for the results over a long period of time, but staying consistent anyway. That transfers to a lot of things. I think everything is transferable in life.
Someone says, how can I get your class? Get in your
GoldieRatio.com. And y'all missed a great game call tonight. See, in the game calls, I go deeper and I could talk a little bit more reckless. $50 a month. You get on a call once a week with me and a whole group. Ask whatever you want, and we can go deep because it's private, not on social media. Um, GoldieRatio.com. Get shows with your mouth closed. Get my Millionaire Blueprint, which is the blueprint that I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going to all of these courses and seminars and mentors. Breaks down all of the things that overlap in habits of these hyper successful individuals. It's worth millions if you do it. Changes lives. Get my Game Guy Mentality program. Book a call. Get my brainwashing playlist for women. Get in my inner circle, one-on-one mentorship. I'm changing lives with this one-on-one mentorship, and the price got to go up. I am literally changing lives. What would your life be like if I was one of your 5 closest influences? You become the average of the 5 people you hang around most. What happens when I become one of your 5 people? The influence, being able to text me about anything, being able to get my oversight, my insight, my blueprints, all of my programs. All right. Y'all didn't want to throw that $30 up. She's not getting on. No sweat off my back. You know what I'm saying?
What's the website?
GoldieRatio.com. I need to see. You can see the black cord over there. The black cord over there. I need to get that right for tomorrow. Yeah.
You want to be cheap tonight.
Yeah, they want to be cheap tonight. It's cool. I'm getting off. And I'm gone in the stream.
Still shows on there, but it looks like it's still going.
Move those cords.
blackboard over here.